Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
All right, folks, welcome back here. We thank you so very much for continuing sticking around with your local weather forecast. And we have seen a very nice week with sunshine. And unfortunately, as we end the work week, at least today anyway, we're going to see rain and showers on Thursday. So keep in mind, this is Thursday's rain right there as well. We'll see a high percentage of it all both through 8 and 11 p.m. this evening. So if you're doing any plans tonight, do know you're going to definitely need that rain gear. Temperatures are going to actually go in the opposite direction, warming up in the 50s. So we'll go from 53, then we'll go up to 55. We'll go down to 53 again. What's happening with this, we do have a little bit of uptick in the humidity that is going to be in effect for us. So if you are doing anything out and about tonight, I would advise you to have a date scheduled indoors elsewhere, or if you're doing whatever you're going to be doing tonight, just do know you're going to need the umbrella and jacket and the poncho with you, because we're going to be seeing some heavy rain. Some of this could be falling heavily at times. So do know we are not expecting any flash flooding, but do expect that we could see some ponding of water in aerial areas that typically do see those ponding of water take place. Like again, if you live along a creek or stream, just kind of keep an eye on it, but I'm not expecting any significant flooding in our hometown. So that'll be the good news for that. And again, our temperature wise for tonight, temperatures are going to be getting down, yes, in the 40s, a lot colder or chillier, we'll call it that. Again, heavy rain showers and storms will be out there later on. Now, something you are going to notice by the midnight hour, we're going to still be contending with the heavy rain showers. That will most likely persist to about maybe 2, 3, 3:30, 4 in the morning. Majority of everybody will see rain showers out of our area during the overnight hours. So again, as you are heading to school and work tomorrow morning, you see you're waking up 38 Ferrum, as well as in Oak Level, there we go, in Ararat and Stewart, 36 in Woolwan, 40 both Martinsville and Boone's Mill. So two warm spots on the map there. Ridgeway clicking in at 39 degrees as you are doing anything. Now, do note you may see some fog in the morning, but I'm not expecting this to be a widespread issue. So those areas that typically do see those valley parks. So again, if you live, let's say in the Spencer horse pasture community over there, right along the Blue Ridge Airport, you may see some fog develop, but elsewhere along those river valleys and streams and creeks, you may see some fog too. Once we get the sun tomorrow morning after our sunrise, we'll most likely see those temperatures get cooler and not warm up as much. Now, we will get out of the 30s, but I'm not expecting a humongous warm up. But again, cold overnight, because the last, or at least to say Thursday morning wasn't that bad. But again, the last several mornings we were in the 20s. And so I'm not expecting to use the this frost scraper, ice scraper, that is what it is. So again, no expecting widespread frost, but I do expect a light patchy fog early in the morning hours, and then by the early morning, say after 9, 10 o'clock, most of that will be burned off, and then you'll be left with plenty of sunny skies. So if you're doing your thing on Friday, of course, I would highly recommend you doing indoor activities for Friday. We're going to take a look at our ratings forecast here, and I was nice enough, just for the heck of it, I gave you a 4. Hey, I didn't give you a 1 like I did the other day. So do know that our temperatures are going to be pretty mild, or cooler, excuse me. It's going to actually feel pretty seasonable, because the last several days, you know, we've been stuck in the 50s, and that is not really where we need to be for this time of the year. And however, though, if you do see my little tie here, it's got little snowflakes on it, reminding you this is still winter. Hi, 48 degrees is pretty winter-like, to say the least. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds out there. You're doing your things. We'll see a morning sunrise at 7:31. So again, some areas may wake up to some morning fog. They will quickly dissipate. Now, something that's probably catching your eye right down there is that wind. The high wind, we're going to begin to see wind moving on in for us right on northwest breezes coming in out of the mountains. They're going to be actually seeing snow back towards Floyd Mountain, going towards Pilot, making your way towards Blacksburg, outside of Parisburg, the northern Highland County. So if you have folks that lived here, Pocahontas, Greenberg County, or if you've been up towards the Omni Homestead Resort there in Hot Springs, they're expecting some snow showers. But again, if you're making your way closer to the Mount Airy, North Carolina, down there, mountains, they could pick up several inches of snow No snow for us, and again, if you're lucky, you may see a few flurries at best. That is going towards Patrick County and northern Franklin County, where parts of Roanoke County could also see a few snow flurries as well. Nothing to be concerned, but again, we could see some wind gusts coming out of that 30 to 40 miles per hour. So if you do have any outdoor things tomorrow, or better yet, if you still have those Christmas inflatables up, I would advise you to get those down as quick as you can, because a lot of you all like to keep that. I love Christmas, but personally, I think we have to start closing up about mid-January. But again, I'm not trying to start any arguments here, just saying, careful. As I do have a tendency of saying things I need to be carefully saying. Anyway, I digress on that matter. But if you're moving elsewhere across any of our hometowns there, beautiful that was Philpott Lake you saw back there. But it's not going to look like summer. It's going to definitely feel like winter for sure. That's why I put on there winter-like temperatures. And yes, there's a lot going on our icon. We have a mix of sun and clouds. It's going to be windy. Gusty winds, again, up to 30, 40 is possible. 45 Boone's Mill, same story in Ferrum and Stewart. 47 Ridgeway, 48 here in the city. 46 Oak Level. 44 there in Ararat, and coming in at 46 degrees is in Rocky Mount, and 42 in Woolwine. So, of course, that is a lot cooler up there just because they are in a more of a mountainous range kind of deal. They're going to most likely see those temperatures slowly remain colder than where they need to be for the time of the month. But again, this is pretty average if you can imagine this. So again, we're not expecting any freezing temperatures tomorrow, but just do know that the wind chill is out there. We're not going to be seeing like Christmas cold, but it's going to definitely feel like winter in January. And a lot of you do know that this is a very extended holiday for a lot of you all, especially our government offices. We will, like I said earlier on our newscast, you do want to quickly remind you that then it's a 3-day weekend for most of you. So you got Monday off in observance of the Martin Luther King holiday. But again, you see here, for starting our weekend, mid-40s for everybody, and you make your way up towards wherever you're going tomorrow, it is going to be cold, it's going to be chilly, partly to mostly sunny skies. And like I said, yes, that graphic is kind of interesting because when I was making this in the computer system today, it was very finicky, and so I had to get a little creative on my side to put a little mix of sun and clouds out there, or else you just kind of see it more so like that, and you would see like, what the heck are those little blibbles right there? That's actually leaves on there. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, generally in the fall we get windy conditions, and the leaves do have a tendency of falling off the trees there. 43 is your forecast high for Saturday. So if you're doing anything, maybe college kids, hint, hint, heading back, especially to our friends in the New River Valley there at Radford University and Blacksburg, do expect some chilly conditions traveling. Stay safe on the interstates, by the way, if you do travel on those. A mix of sun and clouds on Sunday. We're coming in at 54 degrees as we make our way towards Sunday night into Monday. If you're doing any services or anything out there on Monday, if you're participating in that, I think we're going to be heading to something out there, so stay tuned. Luis, of course, he'll be with you on the Martin Luther King events, keeping you updated on that. Mix of sun and clouds. Not as cold though. So in the morning, we're going to come in at 24. Definitely, if you need the ice scrape, you're heading anything, we'll have a 55 high there with a mix of sun and clouds. We do see another storm system moving in late Monday, going into Tuesday. That'll bring rain chances, and then things are looking very interesting as we make our way towards the end of this month. Right now, we'll see what that holds for, whether it's snow or is it more rain. We shall see what is in the cards. Just stick around. We have a lot more great local programming coming up next.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.